1921, which was 4 days after my birthday. This theater was owned by two men. Their names were Balaban and Katz. So Balaban and Katz F6. And this would alert him that he could send 6 people up. This is also how they played Battleship. Sign language, although it does look like it. This is actually a language that was created by the ushers so they could communicate over long distances. To this theater, and one of the hallmarks of this theater was America's most efficient ushers. They must come from good families and have the advantage of good breeding. All this is well and good, except it gets weird when I tell you that all of the uniforms for these men were made to fit people between the heights of 5'4" and 5'8". So let's say you were 6 feet tall and had the advantage of good breeding. It really didn't matter because you didn't fit into their uniform. These guys, not these two mafia-looking dudes, just these guys. Not them. These are the uniforms that they wear now. So as you can see, now we just hire people with incredibly long legs. My torso goes up to here. All right, of the 120 ushers that worked here, there were 2 women. They were called directionettes. One of them would stand right underneath this spotlight right here. Would stand underneath that spotlight. They were not allowed to talk. They were only allowed to wear, they wore a Louis XIV ball gown, so they would fit in with the French aesthetic. All they're allowed to do is the Disney princess wave. If somebody comes over and asks them a question, they have to point to a man who will answer the question for them. And the only requirement for getting this job was you had to have come in either first or second at a beauty pageant. All right, so from right here you guys can see our chandelier. That is not the original chandelier. As you can see, there's actually a spot for a second chandelier way in the back. The chandeliers used to look like. If you can't really see this photo, don't worry, because when we go inside the theater, we still have these hanging from the ceiling, so you'll be able to see them. This part's true. During World War II, the United States government was going around and taking things for the war effort to turn into, like, Jeeps and stuff like that. And the owners of this theater were afraid that they were going to take the chandeliers we had, so they took them down and hid them, and then forgot where they put them. Where did I put that chandelier? Walgreens. That Walgreens right next to us is one of the first Walgreens ever. If you look through that curtain, you can see the back of this sign. Very famous sign. If you've ever seen any movie or TV show ever filmed in the state of Illinois, they probably show this sign. In Chicago. It goes like this. So this is the symbol for the city of Chicago. It represents the 3 rivers meeting. It is called Wolf Point, and you'll see it on all of our buses and trains and stuff like that. This is the symbol for the city of Chicago. This is peace, and this is absolutely nothing. The real reason we stop here is not because of the trash can. It is because we're about to enter the theater, and for some reason there's this weird phenomenon where everybody stops right here and takes a photo. But we're going to go sit down for like 10 minutes, so don't. All right, well, welcome to the inside of the Chicago Theater. Remember, this place was built for movies, so the next time you guys go to the movies to see, like, I don't know, Suicide Squad just came out, realize you're being cheated because this is what a movie theater used to look like. So from the bottom of the floor to the top of that ceiling is roughly 6 stories, or floors. From the back of the house to the back of the house is 121 feet. From side to side is 164.
所以，这个高度和天花板到地板的高度是6层楼的高度。往这个方向呢是121英尺，往这个方向呢
121. No, this is 164.
这个是 164英尺，这个是121英尺的这个宽度。
This is also a really bad dam. It's this, and then you point to the sky. All right. So, let's see. She's got it. Good job. It's going to catch on. I just created a dance craze. I'm so happy. Yeah, we'll call it the mic. All right. Okay, so originally all of these murals up here were of the French countryside, but then the Chicago World's Fair came to town, so they changed them to Greek and/or Roman gods so that they would be more universally known to everybody. Over here we got Mars, the god of war. This is Venus, the god of love. This is Dionysus, the god of wine and the harvest. We have no idea who these people are. Although, beard, you can see like a banjo and a saxophone and a whole bunch of musical instruments. That is because behind these two walls are the organ pipes. There are over 2,000 organ pipes. They range from 32 feet across to the size of a pencil. So this right here is a Wurlitzer organ. It is the first musical instrument to ever achieve landmark status.
那这个大家看到的就是管风琴了哈，管风琴呢是这个管风琴是世界上第一个作为乐器而成为一个城市的标志性一个固体的一个乐器了哈。
Before I tell you more about that, I'm going to tell you about these fountains that you guys just walked by. There's one on either side. There's one right here. There's one over here. They worked for exactly 1 week.
那讲这个管风琴之前呢，很有必要提一下，在这边和这边有2个喷泉。
If you could think of them, they probably performed here. Except for Michael Jackson. Why does everybody say that one? Why you gotta ruin the whole note?
这些艺术家都曾经在过这里表演过。这个这个是麦克杰克逊他说除了麦克杰克逊，全部都表演过。